Math with Mr. Williams, example 1, solving a two-step equation. Solve negative 3x plus 5 equals 2. Let's go and write down our equation. So we have negative 3x plus 5 equals 2. We're going to draw our line of equality. Now, we're going to cancel out our like terms. So here we have a 3x, but there's nothing else with an x, so we're going to ignore that one to start with. We're going to deal with the 5 and 2 because they are like terms. So I see the addition, so I know when I see addition, I need to subtract from both sides of our line of equality. This cancels out the plus and minus 5, leaving us negative 3x equals a negative 3. All right, now I see that I have to cancel out the negative 3. So what I'm going to do is, because I see the multiplication, I'm going to divide by negative 3 by showing a fraction symbol here for division on both sides. So when we multiply and divide by the same number, it cancels, leaving us x equals negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. So now we're going to go ahead and check it. So let's go ahead and write down our equation, and this time I'm going to substitute our answer in. So negative 3 times 1 is a negative 3. Now negative 3 plus a positive 5 will get me a positive 2, and 2 equals 2, so it does check. Math with Mr. Williams, example 2, solving a two-step equation. Solve x over 8 minus 1/2 equals negative 7 over 2. All right, so let's go ahead and write down this equation. I'm going to draw my line of equality through the equal sign. I'm going to look for my constants. In this case, I have the 1/2 and I have the negative 7 over 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel out the 1/2. So I see it's being subtracted. So my inverse operation will be to add it to both sides. This cancels out the minus 1/2 and plus 1/2, leaving me x over 8 equals, we have negative 7 over 2 plus 1/2. Well, really what it comes down to is the bottom number stays the same, and we have a negative 7 plus a positive 1 will get me a negative 6. All right, so now I want to get rid of the 8. The 8 is being divided, so how do I get rid of it? I multiply both sides by the number 8. This will cancel out the left, leaving me x equals negative 6 times 8 is a negative 48 divided by 2. Well, negative 48 divided by 2 will get me a negative 24. That's my final answer. All right, let's go ahead and check it. So let's go ahead and rewrite our equation, this time substituting in that negative 24. All right, since I have so many fractions, I know I'm going to eventually need a common denominator, so I see that's going to be a 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reduce the negative 24 over 8 into something with 2 on the bottom. Well, in order to do that, I need to divide the top and bottom by 4, and this will basically simplify the fraction for the negative 24 over 8. So negative 24 divided by 4 will get me negative 6, and 8 divided by 4 will get me 2. And now I have a common denominator across all problem. All right, so the next step is to just do the math on the left. Now we have a common denominator, so we're going to go ahead and keep the common denominator in the base. And we're going to subtract negative 6 minus 1 more will give me a negative 7 on top, and negative 7 over 2 equals negative 7 over 2, so it does check. Math with Mr. Williams, example 3, combining like terms before solving. Solve 3y minus 8y equals 25. So let's go ahead and write down our equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw our line of equality. And we see on the left-hand side we have two numbers with the variable y next to them. So those are like terms. So we're going to go ahead and combine those. So we have basically 3 minus 8, in which case will give us negative 5y equals 25. So let's go ahead and cancel out that negative 5. We know that we use our inverse operations. We're going to go ahead and cancel out the negative 5 by using our inverse operation. So we're going to divide by negative 5 on the left, divide by negative 5 on the right. Show that by using our division sign. All right, so on the left, the negative 5's cancel, leaving us y equals a negative 5 for our answer. Let's go ahead and check it. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite our equation, substituting that negative 5 in for the y's. All right, so the first step is that 3 times negative 5 will get us a negative 15, minus we have 8 times a negative 5 will get us a negative 40. All right, our next step is to cancel out that subtraction. We do that because we have to add the opposite. This makes that 40 a positive number. So now we have a negative 15 plus a positive 40 will get us 25 for our answer. And that does equal 25, so it does check. Math with Mr. Williams, example 4, solving a two-step equation. Solve 3x plus 15 equals 24. So let's go ahead and rewrite our equation. So we have 3x plus 15 equals 24. Let's draw our line of equality. Now we're going to cancel out our like terms here. So we have 15 and a 24. They're on opposite sides of the line of equality, so I need to cancel one of them. So in this case, we're going to cancel the plus 15. To do that, we have to use our inverse operation. So instead of adding, we're going to subtract 15 from both sides. So we have 3x equals 24 minus 15 will be 9. Now we need to cancel out the 3. I see it's being multiplied, so we need to divide by 3 on both sides. X equals 9 divided by 3 is 3 for our answer. So let's go ahead and check that by substituting it back in. Okay, so we have 3 times 3 plus 15 equals 24. Order of operations says we take care of that multiplication first, so 3 times 3 is 9. Then 9 plus 15 will get us 24 equals 24, and it does check. Math of Mr. Williams, example 5, solving a multi-step equation. Solve 8x minus 6x minus 25 equals a negative 35. Let's go ahead and rewrite the equation. All right, let's go ahead and draw our line of equality. And let's start looking for combining like terms. So in the first part, we have 8x minus 6x. Those are like terms, so I'm going to go ahead and combine those, giving us 2x minus 25 equals a negative 35. Now I also see that I have a negative 25 and a negative 35. Those are constants. We're going to go ahead and combine those. So to do that, we have to cross the line of equality, and we need to, instead of subtracting 25, we need to add 25, being the inverse operation, to both sides. This will cancel out the 25s, leaving us 2x equals negative 35 plus 25 will get us a negative 10. Now I need to cancel out the 2, so in order to cancel out the multiplication, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 2 on both sides, leaving us x equals a negative 5. All right, let's go ahead and check to see if it works. So let's go ahead and rewrite it, substituting our negative 5 in. All right, so we have 8 times negative 5 is a negative 40, minus, we have 6 times negative 5 will give us a negative 30. All right, let's bring the rest down. Our next step is to get rid of that minus a negative. So in that case, we need to add the opposite, turning that negative 30 into a positive 30 being added. All right, let's go ahead and go straight across. So we have negative 40 plus 30 is a negative 10. All right, negative 10 minus 25 will arrive at negative 35 equals a negative 35. So it does check. Math of Mr. Williams, example 6, using the distributive property to solve an equation. Solve 2 parentheses 1 minus 5x and parentheses plus 4 equals negative 4. So let's go ahead and rewrite our equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw our line of equality. All right, now we're going to use distributive property here. So we're going to take the 2 and multiply it to both the terms inside. So 2 times 1 minus 2 times 5x, and bring down just the plus 4 equals that negative 4. All right, so the math is 2 times 1 is 2, minus 2 times 5x is 10x, plus 4 equals a negative 4. We're going to combine like terms here, so we have 2 plus 4 here will give us 6. Now we need to bring that 6 to the other side since it's a like term to the negative 4. To do that, we need to subtract 6 from both sides, leaving us a negative 10x equals a negative 10. Let's get rid of the negative 10 by dividing by negative 10. X equals 1. All right, let's go ahead and check it. So let's rewrite it, substituting that 1 in for the x. All right, order of operations says take care of everything inside the parentheses. So we have 5 times 1 is 5. Then 1 minus 5 will be a negative 4. And 2 times negative 4 will get us negative 8. Negative 8 plus a positive 4 will get us a negative 4. and that equals -4, so it does. Check.